I want to share my absolute favourite places with you. So, here is my Scotland Top 25. I don't think there are many places in this world that can match the beauty and magic of Scotland. From the mystical scenery of the Highlands to scenes straight out of a Harry Potter movie, Scotland is waiting to be experienced. Let's start this video off in Edinburgh. Of all the European cities, Edinburgh is one of my favourites. You feel like you're walking back in time as you navigate its streets and alleyways. When I started travelling, this was one of the first cities I visited. It has a medieval old town with intricate neoclassical buildings, cobblestone streets, and beautiful gardens. The iconic Edinburgh Castle overlooks the city, and it's home to Scotland's crown jewels. I really enjoyed walking the streets that lead up to the castle. There's just so much going on, and it was such a vibe. One of my favourite places in the city is Calton Hill. It offers an incredible 360-degree panorama of Edinburgh, and there are some interesting monuments up there. While we're still in Edinburgh, we're going to head to Arthur's Seat. It's located in Holyrood Park and is a short walk from the city centre. Arthur's Seat is an extinct volcano with an elevation of 823 feet. I wanted to get up as high as I could to see all of Edinburgh, so I made the hike up and reached the top. After hiking to the top, I had a good time just walking around Holyrood Park and enjoying the views of one of the UK's most iconic cities. Afterwards, we're going to leave the city to head up to Donan Castle. Located about a 2-hour drive from Edinburgh, this medieval fortress is full of history. Today, only the ruins remain to tell the castle's past. I really enjoyed walking around Donan. There was a fee to enter, but we had a good time exploring this historical place. It always amazes me, people's ability to build castles in the most peculiar places. After exploring the castle grounds, I really enjoyed walking on the nearby cliffs. They offer an amazing view of the castle, and the scenery here was just spectacular. After that, we're going to adventure up the coast to visit Rattray Head Lighthouse, located about an hour's drive away. Rattray is this lighthouse located just off the coast. It was built in 1895 and stands at 120 feet tall. To get there, it was an easy walk on some sand and coastal dunes. When we were there, the water was very calm and the lighting wasn't amazing, but when the sea is rough with waves pounding against the lighthouse, this place is epic. After that, we're going to explore one of the most northern parts of mainland Scotland, Duncansby Stacks, located about a 5.5-hour drive from Edinburgh. This was one of the places I wanted to see most during our recent trip. To get to the Stacks, we parked by this lighthouse, and then it was a really nice scenic walk through a green field full of sheep. After a few minutes, we made it to this viewpoint. We could have kept going closer to the cliffs, but it was near sunset and we were running out of time. Regardless, I was amazed at the beauty of this place. The sea stacks were so jagged, and it looked amazing with the light of the setting sun. It could definitely be a place where some dragons live. After that, we want to head to the nearby Orkney Islands. Located just north of mainland Scotland, the Orkney Islands are home to some enchanting landscapes. To get there, we took the ferry from Gills Bay, and it was about an hour ride, super easy and convenient. Once we got to the Orkney Islands, we started to drive around. A good portion of the islands are connected by causeways, which is very nice. The main reason I wanted to come to Orkney was to visit the Ring of Brodgar. It's this ancient stone circle positioned on a narrow neck of land sandwiched between two lochs. It's believed the ring was built sometime around 2500 BC, and it's the third biggest stone circle in the UK. I really enjoyed walking around the circle. It makes you ponder why they were built here over 4,000 years ago. It's incredible these rocks still stand today. An amazing geological feature of the Orkney Islands is the Old Man of Hoy. It's located on the island of Hoy, which you can access by boat and then a hike. The Old Man of Hoy is this massive sea stack that stands 450 feet tall above the sea. The Orkney Islands just have so many incredible places, and I'd love to come back to explore all of them. While we're still on the topic of Scotland's islands, we're going to head to Shetland. Located between the Faroe Islands, Norway and Scotland, Shetland is an archipelago and the northernmost point of the UK. To reach it, you can fly there, or you can take a ferry from Kirkwall or Aberdeen. It's about a 14-hour journey. Lerwick is the main town and has a population of around 7,000 people. This archipelago is home to some incredible beaches, such as St. Ninian's, and there is so much incredible scenery on these islands. Afterwards, we're going to head back to mainland Scotland to take a drive on the North Coast 500, also known as the NC 500. It's a scenic drive around the northern coast of Scotland that goes down into the Highlands, and it's 516 miles long. I love driving on it. There are so many cool places and towns that you pass through. The days that we were driving on it, we had some heavy rain, but we stopped at this place called Smoo Cave, located near the town of Ness. It was an easy walk to the cave, and it was just such a unique place. There was this waterfall inside of it, and since it was pouring rain, it was just really coming down. It was a perfect place to visit on a rainy day. Another famous place on the NC 500 is the Kilda Bridge. It's a very scenic location with a bridge that crosses over a loch. Now, we're going to head off the mainland again to visit the Outer Hebrides, located off the coast of Western Scotland. The Outer Hebrides are the longest archipelago in the British Isles. To get there, you can fly or take ferries from Ullapool or the Isle of Skye. We took the ferry from the Isle of Skye, and it was a very nice boat trip that was under 2 hours. We arrived in Tarbert and started exploring the biggest island, the Isle of Lewis and Harris. The scenery here was very rugged and beautiful, and there were tons of scenic views on the water. The main reason I wanted to come here was to visit the Callanish stones. Of all the stone circles, I think this is my favourite. It looks like a scene straight out of Outlander. It's located on the northern side of the island, about a 30-minute drive from Stornoway. The stones date back to over 5,000 years ago, and it's believed they were used in rituals. It was fascinating to walk amongst the stones. It makes you wonder how they were moved here and what their true purpose was. It was such a magical area, and I'm glad we made the long journey to see them. While we were here, we wanted to visit some of the other islands in the archipelago. We decided to go to northeast. To get there, we took a ferry, and then it was fun to drive around. There were so many beautiful beaches and coastal areas. I mean, if it wasn't so cold, you would think you were on some tropical island. There was this place called West Beach that was right next to the ferry port. It was a huge beach with white sand, and there were some massive jellyfish washed up ashore. Now, the southernmost island in the Outer Hebrides is Barra. And what's crazy about this island is that the airport is on the beach. It's the world's only tidal airport that uses the beach as a runway. During high tide, the runway is underwater. It was just crazy that airplanes actually land here. Aside from the airport, there's this really cool fortress called Kisamul Castle that's built on a small island. The Outer Hebrides are such a fascinating place. Afterwards, we're going to head to one of the most fascinating places in Scotland and the UK, St Kilda. Located off the coast of the Outer Hebrides, St Kilda is home to the highest sea cliffs in the UK. You can reach the island by going on a boat departing from the Isle of Harris, and it takes about 3 hours to reach this remote island. The history of St Kilda is fascinating. It was inhabited thousands of years ago, but it was abandoned in 1930 due to several factors and the overall difficulty of living there. Today, only sheep and ruins remain to tell the stories of the island's past. While you're here, you can hike around and explore this incredible part of Scotland. Now, afterwards, we're going to head to my favourite island in Scotland, the Isle of Skye. Located about a 5-hour drive from Edinburgh, the Isle of Skye is home to some of Scotland's most famous places. The main town is Portree. It's this charming town with these famous colourful buildings on the water. My personal favourite place on Skye is the Old Man of Storr. It's one of the most unique and dramatic rock formations I've ever seen. It makes you feel like you're on the set of Game of Thrones. To get to the Old Man of Storr, it's a 15-minute drive to the start of the trail from Portree. From there, it's about a 3.5-mile hike round trip. The trek isn't too difficult, but it's a steep uphill climb up some rock stairs at points. The most recent time I was here, we hiked up into the clouds. We couldn't see all the rock formations, but it made for such a dramatic setting. When I was here several years ago, I had great conditions. I came up for both sunrise and sunset, and both times were epic. The legend behind the Old Man of Storr is that supposedly, a giant lived here, and when he was buried, his thumb was left sticking out of the ground, creating the mystical rock formation. Just a few minutes away from the Old Man of Storr, there is a breathtaking waterfall called Mealt Falls. It cascades down into the ocean, and there's a nice viewpoint where you can observe it. The surrounding sea cliffs in the area are also stunning. One of the most famous is Kilt Rock, which is right by Mealt Falls. Another one of my favourite places in Skye is the Killian Mountains. Aside from the Old Man of Storr, I'd say that the Killian is my favourite place on the Isle of Skye. It's a set of dramatic rock formations located on the side of a mountain. I mean, the grass is so green it felt like you were on a golf course. To get there, I drove this windy road to the parking lot. Be advised, these roads were really bumpy, and I got a flat tyre. Anyways, after I started hiking to the Killian, it was a super easy hike with no elevation gain. I was lucky enough to experience the Killian with sun. Many people have told me that when they went, it was too foggy to see anything. If you're here for sunrise, this place looks spectacular, with the rising sun as it lights up the green mountains with an orange glow. After that, we're going to visit Neist Point Lighthouse, located about an hour's drive from Portree. Neist is the western point on the Isle of Skye, and the scenery here is just beautiful. To get to the lighthouse, it was a fairly easy walk. When we were here, it was so foggy, so I wasn't sure if it would be worth going all the way, but we kept going. There were some amazing sea cliffs on the way. After a little bit more walking, we made it to the lighthouse. It was built in 1909, and I'm glad we made the walk. Off the shore from the lighthouse, I saw this unnamed waterfall that fell into the sea. It would be cool to check it out if we had a boat. This place also looks amazing during sunset when you have some good weather. After that, we're going to visit the Killian Mountains again, but from the Sligachan Old Bridge. From there, you get a great view of the mountains. They have such a unique shape, and I love the contrast of the green peaks against the backdrop of the sky. Another beautiful location in the Killian Mountains is the Fairy Pools, located about a 30-minute drive from the Sligachan Bridge. The Fairy Pools are situated at the base of the dramatic Black Killian Mountains. I was blown away by the vibrant green slopes, with the dark mountain in the background. To get to the pools, it's about a 20-minute walk. There's a series of pools, and they look so dramatic against the backdrop of the Killian Mountains. Afterwards, we're going to leave the Isle of Skye and visit Eilean Donan Castle. If you're driving to the Isle of Skye, you'll drive right past it. It's situated on a small tidal island at the point where 3 sea lochs meet. The castle was built in the 13th century and was a stronghold for the Mackenzie clan. The castle was destroyed in 1719, but it was reconstructed in the early 1900s. A bridge was built that connected the island to the mainland. Today, you can tour the castle and its grounds for a small fee. I really enjoy walking around it. I mean, it would be so cool to live in a castle like this. After that, we're going to visit probably the most famous lake in Scotland, Loch Ness. With a length of nearly 23 miles long, Loch Ness is one of the largest lakes in Scotland. I mean, it's absolutely massive. Loch Ness is known worldwide for its mythical creature that might be hiding in these vast waters. While you go to Loch Ness, you can take a Nessie boat tour, and maybe you'll see something strange. Apart from the lake monster, there's a cool castle on the Loch shores. It dates back to the 13th century and offers a beautiful view of Loch Ness. After that, we're going to take a hike to the top of Ben Nevis. With a height of 4,413 feet, Ben Nevis is the tallest point, not just in Scotland, but in the entire UK. It's located near the town of Fort William in the Highlands. What's great about Ben Nevis is that you can hike to the top. There are several routes, and the most popular one is about 10 miles round trip with an elevation gain of 4,400 feet. Depending on your fitness level, it can take anywhere from 6 to 10 hours to complete. The summit is pretty flat with lots of rocks, and it's such a cool mountain to climb. Nearby Ben Nevis are the beautiful mountains near Glencoe. Located about 25 minutes from Fort William, Glencoe is this little village. But what I loved about this area is its huge mountains. There was this really nice place to park at this little loch, and it was really enjoyable to walk near the lake. You get a great view of the Buachaili Etive Moor Mountain, which is 3,770 feet high and rests right up against the lake. I mean, this whole area is just beautiful. If you keep driving up the road in the eastern direction, you'll reach this viewpoint which gives you an incredible view of the set of mountains called the Three Sisters of Glencoe. The drive through the mountains here is amongst the most beautiful in Scotland, in my opinion. Now, If you keep driving east a few more minutes, you'll reach Boischaile Etivimor viewpoint. I think this is one of the most symmetrically shaped mountains I've ever seen. It's almost a perfect pyramid shape. I kept going down the road to this river, and it gives a beautiful view of the mountains with a little waterfall. The mountains in this part of Scotland are just next level. If you head back near Glencoe, there's this little island fortress called Castle Stalker. It's located about 20 minutes from Glencoe, and it's a scenic castle built on a tidal island. The original castle was built here in 1320, but over the centuries, it was added onto and then eventually restored. It's 4 stories high and is considered to be one of the best preserved medieval castles in Western Scotland. I believe the castle is open to the public sometimes during the summer, but I just viewed it from the nearby shore. Now, let's end this video off at one of the most iconic places in Scotland, the Glenfinnan Viaduct. It's located at the top of Loch in the West Highlands of Scotland, about a 3-hour drive from Edinburgh. The viaduct was built in 1898. Now, this place may look familiar because it was featured in the Harry Potter films. Seeing the steam train cross the bridge is the main attraction. When I was there, it would cross 4 times a day at specific times. I didn't realise this when I came, and I ended up missing the train by a few minutes. So then I had to wait 3 hours for it to come again. So, make sure you give yourself some time to go. You can view the trains from both ends of the viaduct, and there are great views, so it could be worth it to wait a few hours to see the train come from both angles. It does get very crowded when the train comes, but in between, there are fewer people, which was nice. Overall, this area was magical and definitely a must-visit, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. Next time, I want to book a ticket on the train to get the true Harry Potter experience. Anyways, that is it from my Scotland travel guide. There's still so much I missed, so I hope to come back for part 2. Let me know where your favourite place is in the comments below. I'm Rosie, and we will see you later.